Hello model car fans, welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Revell, and this week's build here, this is a 69 Mustang Mach 1. Now this is, to me it's always been one awesome car, and I thought, another really cool package, but it seemed like the Mustang option, there were a lot of different options and packages. It was getting really confusing. Well, I liked them all really, but this one I could say actually killed another Mustang. It's kind of funny to think about it that way, but it's pretty much true. So when you think of performance Mustangs before the 69 model year, it was pretty much your standard Mustang or the GT. Now the GT was available in all three body configurations, fastback, convertible, and coupe. And it was pretty much the stable. If you wanted an upgraded one with some sporty options and everything, you got the GT, and it came with some stripes on the rocker panels and everything. Well, 69, the GT package was still available. Besides having the Shelbys, which was the only other thing available before that, the GT 350 and the GT 500. But those were very limited productions, and I love those cars, but very limited production. But when it came to the regular Mustangs, on the fastback, you had the standard trim and the GT trim. Now, come 69, all of a sudden they introduce the Mach 1 package, which is this car here. And they also had the Boss 302, the Boss 429, and of course the Shelby GT 350 and GT 500. So your performance variants were getting up there, but the GT was still available for 69. And the GT was available with even the same motors pretty much, the 351 2-barrel, 351 4-barrel, which were both Windsor motors. The 390 and the 428s were available in the GTs. Now in the Mach 1, same thing. The 351 Windsor was available, and the 390 was available, and then the 428 and the 428 Cobra Jet. Well, I think both 428s were Cobra Jets. But you can get the Ram Air option on it, but the GT, the Ram Air option was available also. But, to read about 390 variants, I'm like, I don't know if I've seen a Mach 1 with a 390. They were available. The 390 engines are very rare in 69s, but they were available and they're out there. And but most people, if they stepped up to the big block, they wanted the 428. And I don't believe any 390s came with the shaker, but I could be wrong there. That's one particular package I never really looked into or looked for, because the GTs are so rare. How rare? A little over 5,069 units were produced, period, whether it was coupe, convertible, or fastback when it came to the GT. So much so that it was discontinued for 1970. When the Mach 1 package was something like 74,000 units were made, and those are strictly sports roof only, fastback, sports roof. So the Mach 1s being a new package just really jumped out there, and it was pretty much a bargain. But this one, it comes with a 428 and a lot of different colors and everything, and the stripe package. So it was quite the seller. But it's really fun to think about, back then, the options and everything that were available and all the different ways you can build these. So it really makes it kind of fun to build models of these, because you can really, sky's almost the limit when it comes to these. But a little fun to do, and I really enjoyed building this one. So before I really get into the build itself here, we'll go ahead and we'll take this outside and we'll talk more about it. All right, check out this Mach 1. This paint's held up pretty well here. This is it's supposed to be silver jade, which is kind of a light metallic green color, and it's just something I mixed up with some just some Testors bottle paints or whatever paints I had, just to mix this up. It's not scale finishes or anything like that, but I couldn't tell you exactly what I used or what I started with, and just mixed it. So it's kind of got like a olive drab look with the metallic in it. But I did this one back in 2005. But I remember I custom mixed this color and really liked how it came out. Picked that license plate there to kind of match, go with the green on it. But she looks pretty good. especially out in the sun where, you know, the metallic flakes are really starting to pop. Let's go the other direction. But that color really goes with those black stripes with the yellow insert. Really happy with the way this one came out. I'll have to build another one in another color though, eventually. I know I got a couple more of the Mach 1 kits and do the interior upgrades that I didn't do on this one. I just pretty much left it alone back then. But, you know, some of the other ones, I want to do some of those upgrades as well. So, but still, you know, love this kit. It's a fun kit to build. Like I said, you know, built a few of the 69s. That Boss 302 is a really nice one. But yeah, check that out in the sun and everything. All right, let's continue back inside. All right, well, now that we've taken it outside, this is obviously, it's the Revell monogram kit. Pretty much the Revell version of it. This is the 1/25th scale. And I built this before. This is an older build technically for me when I think about it. I built this in 2005. And I had a string of them that I was building and kit bashing and just having some fun. And I was just really into the Mustangs at the time. And I've always been into Mustangs, but I really had some builds going on. So I had 3 of them going on at the same time, and I had some others going on. So at the end, I'll have some pictures of those as well. So it'll be a little bit of slideshow at the end. But I was building this one. I was making my 69 Boss 302 when I was combining it with the 70 Boss 302 model kit, which I put the 428 motor in that. So I made a 70 Mach 1, the 69 Boss 302, and this 69 Mach 1. And I had a 70 Boss 302 that I redid and, you know, painted it red and everything. And that was about the same time frame. And the year before that, I made a 69 Boss 429, which almost all of those have been shown on the channel. Matter of fact, I think they've all been shown on the channel. And for some reason, I haven't shared this one on the channel, and it's one of my older builds. But this one is pretty much almost right out of the box. Let's say about the only thing that isn't from the box is I did swap the wheels to a little bit bigger tires. They're also a Revell monogram, but they're just a little bit bigger ones. And I put the Firestone white oval decals on there, which I think those are transfers. But the kit itself, I really didn't do anything to it. It's a little bit dusty, like I said. It's almost 20 years old. But I pretty much built it right out of the box. Now, I did have a little bit of fun with the paint. I was trying to replicate silver jade color here, which is this very light greenish color. And I was trying to replicate that, and it was just something I was mixing with the paints to get this color. And came out pretty nice. And I also put the decals down, and I did the flat black over the decals, and the decals are under the clear, so that's kind of how that came out. Which has got some spots here and there, which, you know, I've learned to polish them out. But on this one, they're there, and I never really messed with it. And, you know, I can rebuild this one, but I never really thought about doing it because it's a fun kit. This is a later version. The early version, I remember, because I had the Hot Rod series one with the white car in the box art with the red stripes. I know I built that one. It didn't survive. I don't remember what happened to it, but I built that one and totally enjoyed it. Now this one is right out of the box, which, you know, it still has the Shelby center console in it, which some of these early builds did. The roll bar is still in it. Those are not Mach 1 parts, but I did do the red stripe on the seat that the Mach 1s had. And some of the Mach 1s had red floor mats, which I didn't do on this one. But if I do another one, I'll do the red floor mats as well. But I'll upgrade the interior back to that. And I've even got the resin front end upgrade, so that it doesn't quite have the sad look that this one kind of has. But the Revell kit is known for that. But they did fix that in the Boss 302 version, which, you know, I built that one, the newest tool. So they updated the front, but I will tell you, they changed the front, but the front of the hood was changed, so these hoods are not interchangeable because of it. The grill and the hood are affected. So if you change that, you got to change the hood too. So, but it's a fun one, and I haven't seen any of these Mach 1s out in a while, so I don't know if they're, you know, when's the last time they've been released. It's been a while. I don't think I have any in my stash, but still a great kit, and I really enjoy it, even though it's got, a couple little accuracy issues. But, really enjoyed building it. And still comes out really nice. Those tires are just a tad bit. Got the chin spoiler on there. I always like the way this one looks, especially this shaker on it. I think that's just really cool. But I'd love to see that on the 70 Boss 302. But Revell never really issued that. But I'd like to see them add that to that kit, or somebody to 3D print one of those, because I think that would be really cool. But anyway, I figured I would share this one with you guys and show it off, as I haven't shared this one before, and it's kind of surprising that I hadn't, especially how long it's been here and how long ago I actually did it. But you guys, thank you for tuning in, subscribing, and all your comments and everything. I really do appreciate it. And you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next time.